So, what do you think about Donald Trump?
Donald Trump. Wow. What a character. Donald Trump is one of my favorite characters, okay? Because you and I both know, Steve, we're both New Yorkers. We know Trump.
Right.
New Yorkers know Trump.
Right.
The rest of the country don't, okay? All right? The rest of the country don't, okay? But New Yorkers know Trump. Because we know Trump is a bullshitter, okay? Now, Trump's first administration was a fucking disaster. It was a fucking joke. Trump was surprised. Trump said, shit, I'm president?
Yeah.
Seriously? Me?
Uh-huh.
They voted for me? Oh, okay, because you remember, Steve, we got up the next morning, we heard Trump won the election. What did we do? We were fucking shocked.
Yep.
Okay, because we were so sure that Hillary was going to win. That the rest of the country was going to see through Trump is bullshit.
Even Trump was shocked.
You know? So I was fucking shocked. I said, this idiot is president now? Listen, I've been in this country since 1969. I have followed every election ever. From Nixon to Ford to Bill Clinton. Okay, that was my time growing up. And I used to follow. And to become president back in those days, you had to be squeaky clean.
Right.
You can't even have a speed ticket. Okay, you have to be squeaky clean. And now this nigga, Trump, this scammer, this bullshitter, this liar, okay, this fucking rapist is president? Seriously? If Trump hear about this, my ass is grass.
Yeah.
ICE is gonna be knocking on my door.
Yep.
No later than tomorrow morning.
No later.
No later than tomorrow morning. But I'm not scared because I'm a citizen of this country. I know my rights. Okay? This is the only country supposedly that you can criticize the president and not face repercussions. Okay? They advertise themselves as a free country, right? Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. But Trump don't give a shit about none of that. Okay? You fuck with Trump, Trump is coming after you somehow. Okay?
True.
So the first administration was a total disaster. He surrounded himself with a lot of scammers and liars like him. Okay? Trump was firing people that he hired every 2 weeks. Trump was firing people. Okay? The inner circle of Trump was criticizing Trump off the record. They were saying they had never seen a disjointed presidency in their lives. And we're talking about professional politicians,
Right.
people who have held jobs in previous administrations, okay? Who knows how things are supposed to run in Washington, okay? But under Trump, it was fucking chaos, yo, okay? So, look, last time, Trump have a lot more respect now than he did last time. Last time, he took a trip to England, the whole country ignored him. Have you ever heard of a president of the United States visiting a country and the country ignores you? They treated him like a fucking idiot, yo.
Yeah.
Okay? That's how they treated Trump. Trump was not welcome. The only place Trump was welcome was in North Korea and Russia. Okay? Okay? So Trump became president, all right? We went through all the turmoil that Trump had to offer in his first administration. Finally, okay, Biden barely beat him, barely, okay, by a few thousand votes. Okay, barely beat him. All right, because Trump is very popular.
He is.
Trump is very popular.
He's big
okay.
He's big in the business world.
The farmers, okay, all the Proud Boys, okay, all the racists who used to hide in the closet, they all came out when Trump became president. Okay, because Trump was tolerant of all that shit. Okay, because Trump used all that shit to his favor. Okay, look what he tried to do. Okay, no president had ever done that before. He instigated a riot against the government. Yo, Trump should have been executed. Okay, but this is America, so they don't do things like that. Especially a president. Any banana republic, they would have executed this nigga.
That's true.
All right. So Trump now. So the next 4 years of Biden, what a joke that was. Yo, Biden was one of the most ineffective president in my lifetime, living in this country. Okay. Now, he was presidential material. He had experience. He had been working for the government all his life.
What's the problem?
Okay, but this motherfucker was too old, yo.
He was falling asleep at every
Yeah, man,
speech.
this motherfucker was too old, man. He was tripping, falling asleep, okay, towards the end. The end was sad for Biden, yo.
Right.
Okay? When Biden tried to go against Trump again, that was sad, man. That was sad. You know? So we knew Trump was gonna beat him. Now, the second administration, that's the real Trump administration. This time, Trump wised up. Because remember, Trump is a hustler. Okay? Trump is he didn't graduate college.
Right.
Yo, the motherfucker faked flat feet to avoid the draft. The Vietnam draft.
Right.
You know, rich people's kids don't go to Vietnam. They don't. Okay? So this time around, he surrounded himself with educated people.
Right.
Look who became his best buddy. Elon Musk, who's about to become the first trillionaire in the world.
Right.
Okay? Okay? But that shit turned around, biting Musk in the ass. Because you don't mess with Trump and don't get hurt. You're gonna get hurt. Okay? Okay? You mess with Trump, you're gonna get hurt.
You're gonna get hurt, yo.
You're gonna get hurt. Okay? Because Trump is very vindictive. Very vindictive. Okay? So Trump this time around, but I must confess, as much as I hate this nigga, at the same time he's doing those crazy shit, at the same time he's doing some good things too.
Right.
Look, the tariffs, that's a good thing. Okay? The tariffs he's imposing on everybody who does business here. Every country who does business. I mean, Trump is so... Trump is a fucking gangster, man. Canada, who's like the US's little brother. Okay? Trump didn't give a fuck. Trump attacked Canada and said tariff 30%. Okay? England, who's always been an ally.
Right.
Okay? Tariffs 25%. Okay? Who else? China. Shit. He threatened China with 45% tariffs.
Yep.
Okay? China said, well, I don't give a fuck. I will retaliate. Okay? Okay? And we've been in a panic ever since then. Because once those tariffs kick in, everything at Family Dollar is gonna go up.
Yep.
I can't survive. I don't know about you motherfuckers, okay? I'm just a struggling, okay, retired OG. If prices go up at Family Dollar, I'm fucked. Because there are certain things I need. That's where I can get a break.
Right.
Because CVS is gonna fuck you. Target is gonna fuck you. Okay? you're gonna get quality now. Don't get me wrong, but you're gonna pay for it. So, but he's trying to fix the deficit because compared to the goods that's coming into this country and the goods that's going out, okay, more dollars is going out than coming in. So we have a deficit of $250 billion. So he says, look, man, a lot of countries, all the countries in the world is taking advantage of us, okay, because we make it so easy for them to come and sell their goods here, okay? China, do you know China at one time didn't want American cars to sell in China? Do you remember? Did you know that that America had to threaten Japan? No, it wasn't China, it was Japan. Okay? Japan just flat out refused to let American cars sell in Japan. America said, say what? America says, listen, if you don't open your market, we're gonna close every single Toyota dealers, okay, Nissan dealers. We're gonna, yo man, do you know Japan wait until the last minute? Okay, I forgot who was president, but there was a deadline, okay? Okay, all the way to the deadline, just a day before they were gonna close all the, I mean, it's not just the dealers, they was gonna close all the auto parts, okay, that sold Japanese parts, right? So, and then Japan had to relent, okay, it had to. So this thing with the tariffs, I'm good with that.
Right.
Okay? All right, because they've been taking advantage of us for too long. But the immigrant situation, that's what I have problem with. Okay? Not because I'm against removing immigrants who are criminals.
Right.
Criminals. Okay?
It's different.
If you are an immigrant, you're a criminal, okay? But Trump does his shit differently, okay? Trump just do a blanket cover. And a lot of hardworking, innocent, okay, immigrant get caught up in the net. Okay, look what Trump is a crazy motherfucker. Look what Trump did to this guy, right? Okay, he was all over the news. This guy got caught in ISIS net, right? Okay, a young, not too young. Okay, I think he was from, a Spanish, South American country. So ICE took him, and he got a lawyer, right? So Trump give these immigrants that ICE catches, he doesn't give them a choice to deport them to their own country. He says two options. You either go to San Salvador, where they made a deal with the Salvadorian government to accept all deported immigrants. Okay? Said you have two choices. You either go to Salvador, or I'm gonna send your ass to Uganda. Can you fucking believe it? Uganda.
Wow.
Okay? Uganda. What kind of fucked up shit is send the man back to his own country? Send the man, okay. That's how brutal Trump is. So, in that sense, I don't agree with Trump, Okay, of course, Trump is gonna be Trump to the end. So he's gonna keep messing with us. He's gonna be, the only person he can fuck with is Putin. Okay? Didn't he say he was going to end the Ukraine war in one day? Do you know how many meetings he's had with Putin? Putin tell him everything he wants to hear. and then Putin turn around and bomb Ukraine. Okay, Putin, that's the only person he can't fuck with. Okay, so and those two, they used to be buddies. They used to be buddies. You remember? Okay.
Politics.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Politics
So
is deadly.
that's my take on Trump. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not a Trumper. Okay, I'm not a Republican. Okay, I do have friends who totally believe in Trump. Okay, I don't have an issue. It's two things you don't argue with people. That's religion and politics. Okay, because those two things are always a personal matter. Okay, now you mentioned Charlie Kirk. Okay, until Charlie Kirk got shot and died, I didn't know much about Charlie Kirk, but for the last 2 days, I've had the opportunity to see a lot of his videos online.
Right.
And he was a young, up-and-coming leader in this country, and he had a lot of young followers. And of course, he was very controversial. And hey, if you want to make it, you got to be controversial.
Right.
Okay. There are some people out there that's not going to agree with your politics, and those motherfuckers, they're gonna take action against you. Okay, Trump. Okay, how many assassination attempts have been made on Trump? 2. Okay, I think it's the most of all presidents in this country. Okay, the most assassination attempt. Okay, so Charlie Kirk. Okay, it seems to me he was a good guy who was fighting for the how do you call that? Shit, there's a word for that. Disenfranchised.
Yeah.
Okay, the young disenfranchised, and from watching him, he was able to bring to my attention that there's a lot of things that the government is doing, and the government is wrong. The government is not working for us.
Right.
The government is working for himself now. Okay, it's not working for us, and we're supposed to be the government.
Right.
We put them all there. Okay, if it wasn't our votes, our taxes, these motherfuckers would not have been there. Okay, and they make all kind of promises, and once they come into office, hey, they forget about us. Okay, they start to cater to big corporations. Okay, big donors like Zuckerberg and the guy from Amazon, and the oil industry, or the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, you name it. That's who this government of the United States. It's not this government I grew up with. Okay, things have changed, yo.
A lot.
You better put on your dancing shoes.
A lot has changed.
All right, so I'm gonna let you guys go.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had Trump on my chest for a long time now. I wanted to get it off. So hit us, subscribe, hit us
Hit the like button, subscribe.
with your comments. I'm gonna watch for comments and I'm going to respond.